name is Kevin Lyons. I'm a junior at Weymouth High School, and I'd like to share with you all today the community service initiative I've been able to create with the generous support of LTI. And my program is called Beyond the Code. So this here is a picture of my AP Computer Science class at Weymouth High School. And as you can see, we're a group of 6 boys working hard to solve these problems. But then again, it's only 6 of us, and it was quite shocking to see this lack of enrollment and interest in a subject that can be so powerful and so important in future careers. So my vision was to kind of change this attitude towards computer science and STEM education in general in my community. So at first I thought, there's obviously factors at the high school level that could be contributing to this lack of enrollment, such as guidance counselors not pushing students to take this course or teachers not recommending it. But I felt that the cause was much deeper than this, and the best opportunity for me to make a difference would be to target kids at the middle and elementary school level and truly get them passionate about computer science at a much younger age. So this is where I set out to create my program, Beyond the Code. We're a computer science mentorship program that pairs high school students with students in grades 1 through 8 to teach them the basics of computer programming. But we also have a much deeper mission. We really want to create better problem solvers and critical thinkers that are able to solve all sorts of problems in their future. So we kind of have 3 pillars that we go by. We want to create students that can truly think faster, think smarter, and think like a programmer whenever they face problems in their future. So I was fortunate enough to be invited to a local STEM conference for females in my community. And I was able to test out this curriculum in front of a group of about 10 students in grades 5 through 8. And this day was a great success. As you can see, they were very interested in the work that we were doing. And one female from this day actually joins me now for our sessions at the 7th and 8th grade level. So knowing that this was going to be an effective program, I worked closely with my mentor, Jen, and members of the Weymouth community to establish a website so parents and staff could understand what this program was all about. And then I gathered many of my peers to help me act as fellow mentors. And at LTI, we talked a lot about leadership styles and different types of leaders that existed. So I really tried to pick students I saw that would complement my leadership style and work with me to create the most effective program for children. I also had to work very closely with the faculty in Weymouth. This is only a select few. Mr. Wilkins, you can see, he's my actual computer science teacher. He's been a great mentor to me in getting me excited about computer science, and he's working closely with me to develop a curriculum. Ms. Betsy Harris, she was the first interaction that I had in Weymouth, and she was the spark that really got this thing going. Ms. Laura Stevenson, she's the director of instructional technology for my entire district, and she's the real supervisor that I've ever reported to. And myself and the other students from Weymouth are fortunate enough to have them here joining us today. So thank you for coming, Ms. Stevenson and Ms. Harris. At a local middle school who was allowing us to operate there, and Ms. Howard invited me to speak at that conference, as I mentioned. So once all this official stuff was out of the way, we set out to release this registration page to parents. We opened registration on April 1st, and within 36 hours we were full to capacity with an extensive waiting list, and it was very rewarding. I was up at about 1 a.m. and I still had parents signing up, and we had to shut it down. So this just speaks to the amazing interest for something like this in my community. It was very fulfilling. I now have like 12 kids on my waiting list that really would like to be in it. So we held our first session at the Chapman Middle School for 7th and 8th graders this past Thursday. This is my fellow mentor, Devin. We started them off with a fun activity where they have to verbally code the steps to make a peanut butter sandwich. And as you can see, this really got them excited right away. And before they even knew it, they were understanding what code was without even being on a computer. And it was at this moment right here, seeing all these phases of their light within students in my community, that I knew that I was already making a difference, and the kids were excited about their futures. After that, we let them get on the computers, and right away they were in their element. We were implementing a great service from MIT, actually. It's called the Scratch site, and it is a visual tool for students to learn coding. So they were already preoccupied in that. And as you can see, I'm able to provide waters and snacks to every student, thanks to the generous stipend from MIT. And I'd like to share with you one more instance that truly shows how we go beyond the code. Obviously, we want to develop, great computer skills within these students, but we also care about them as people. So we always try to weave in interpersonal skills that will help them as they get to high school. And when we were beginning the registration process, we noticed a big lack of enrollment among females in the program. We had 18 boys and 2 girls, and that had made our original 20. So we decided this had to change. And then right then, I received this email from a student. She was clearly very passionate about computer science. She is in love with computers and programming and has never stopped since she began. And she declared that she is not one of those students that will waste my time. I was very impressed with her passion and the way that she advocated for herself. So this is one of those interpersonal skills that we're going to weave into our curriculum because we truly care about how these students evolve in later years. And I was able to meet with her this Thursday and really commend her for her efforts of convincing me to let her inform a few things to try to close that gem down. So in terms of the program that we're running, this spring we're operating at 3 schools and we hope to reach approximately 75 students in grades 1 through 8. At the 7th and 8th grade level, we're able to fit in 6 sessions. And then for 5th and 6th and 1st through 4th graders, we can only fit in 4 just because of the timing. And we have a long-term goal of creating a sustainable, replicable mentorship program where I bring in some underclassmen to take the lead in years to come and make this something that's truly embedded in the Weymouth curriculum. And I'm also happy that my efforts with Beyond the Code fit within a larger district-wide initiative to get kids excited about STEM. Ms. Stevenson invited me to speak with her this past Thursday, right after our Chapman session, at a school committee meeting to discuss our findings. And thanks to all the public speaking skills that LTI taught us, I was able to speak confidently. Our school committee was very impressed with the work that we were doing, so that was good to see. I'd obviously like to give LTI a great thanks. They've worked so closely with me in the past 10 weeks to make this a reality. In particular, my project mentor, Jen, you've been so helpful to me. Activities mentors, staff and TT directors, Ava, Mary, all you guys, I really appreciate all the work you've done. And I'd also like to thank all the students at LTI here. I know that a lot of us have been able to forge some great bonds over the past 10 weeks. I hope that we continue to keep in communication. And I'd also like to thank all my support at Weymouth Public Schools. This would not be possible without your reception of my ideas. So thank you for your time.